Hey guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect. Today we're diving, of course, into some more SkyFactory One. So, jumping back into today, boy, do we have a lot of stuff to work on, and that is going to involve mystical agriculture. We are going to dive into some mystical agriculture and how we're going to automate and farm that sort of setup. And also working on dyes, because that's a big part of this pack. Believe it or not, there are so many dyes. If you just search dye, notice there's more than your standard 16. There's a bunch of more. I believe there's 16 more. I haven't counted how many, but I assume it's probably close to 16. Yeah, there's extras. There's like salmon dye, you know, apricot, amber, like all these different like dyes, and they can all be used in a similar fashion to regular dye as far as glass goes and stuff. And there's some quests in our task book that require us to get like all the colors of wool, right? So that means we are going to need to automate the process of dyes and get every single one of these set up for autocraft. That is just going to have to be a must do thing. I get, it's got to be done. So I've cleared out an area over here. Now, mystical agriculture, getting started with it, it's fairly simple. Like, mystical agriculture doesn't really take too much. The best way to get started is to just go ahead and make the pedestals, if I could spell mystical agriculture, there we go. Is just go ahead and make this. Now you are going to need red dye to get started with this. So whether that's beetroot or however you're planning on getting your red dye, you're going to need it for wool. Basically, you're going to be dyeing the wool. Let's see. We need to go ahead and get this all made up. Why is it not giving me the... There we go, red wool. I was about to say, like, it should be giving me enough to be able to make this. And we should have tons of wool. Right? Yeah, we have wool, because we should be getting all kinds of different colors of wool from our killing machine. As you can see, we haven't got a pink one, I don't think. Interesting. That'd be kind of fun to get a pink sheep. Isn't, like, pink sheeps are real, right? I'm not the, like, they do spawn, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's just like a lore thing, like there's a chance that a pink sheep might spawn. But anyways, we're gonna need 8 of these pedestals, and then we need this base here. So 8 pedestals. Let's actually see. We should have enough, I hope. Nope, ran out. And is that because I just don't have enough red dye? Oh boy, always doing goofy things like that. All right, so here is the infusion altar. And it gives you a nice little pattern. I love this. I love when mods literally are like, they dummy proof it. They're like, hey, you can't, I say you can't mess it up, but I'm messing it up because I have a speed buff. There we go. Awesome. So it's done. Now you can use a lever. And I like, you know, you can use a lever, a button. If you have a lever on here and you leave it on, it's always going to allow this to craft, or I think you can put a block of redstone underneath this as well. But yeah, if you just leave it like this, things are going to be fine. It's going to start the craft. I'll leave it off for now and show you what happens. So dye seeds. That's going to be one of the first ones I want to make, even though it's probably not the best one to make early on. We have all of our Inferium Essence that's been building up from our mob farms, but you can also farm Inferium Essence. I'm going to be taking some of this Perdentium because we need 4 of it. And then we actually need to make some dye seeds. These bad boys right here, which require this. Yeah, so we actually have to make some of the offshoots of dye first in order to make the dye. So I'm going to go through, make all these different dyes, which start off with just your standard colors with white, blue, and red and yellow. And you can use that to make all of these different ones, including green. So yeah, I'm going to be hard at work getting these made up. And just like that, magic. I have all the materials in my inventory. All right, so there we go. Just a little bit of YouTube magic. Let's see, go ahead and grab that. We have all of the dye. And now we make the seed. So as you can see right here, it doesn't really matter the shape that you're going with. Just so long as you do have a prosperity seed and you have the materials in your hand. You can even use hoppers, by the way, to set automation up for this. You can use pretty much anything really to set up automation so long as it works. And last but not least, this. It's not working. Like, well, it's not working. Well, it needs a redstone signal to activate. Like I said, this will hold the redstone signal, so you don't ever have to worry about pushing a button or anything. Or you could use a button if you really want to be mechanical and push it every time. But there we go. Let's turn it on. We get ourselves some dye seeds. This is probably going to be one of the best seeds that we can have. Awesome. So we have a single dye seed. How powerful is this going to be? Like, oh yeah, it pretty slow. Like bone meal doesn't work on it. I'm pretty sure bone meal doesn't work on regular missile agriculture plants. It looks like it does, but I promise you it's not doing a thing. There is special bone meal that will grow them, but we're going to work on something that's going to grow them a bit faster. You may have noticed some things up here. So I've used this in the past, back in all the mods 6, I believe. I used a Supremium water can in an item user from Cyclic. These two mods together are crazy powerful. Also want to see if it works in a regular clicking machine. But we have to get a watering can in the first place. That requires some fertilizer, some things that we just don't have at the moment. So fertilizer comes from drops from the seeds. So it does take a little bit of time to get to this point. Let's see, and that's just the base tier, right? So we need some way to farm this. Let's see, what's just the regular watering can? I mean, we can make a regular watering can, right? Let's see, and how fast is this? I think we need to click it on some water. Where is my water? I have water somewhere over here. There we are. Yep, it just, and it says filled, so now it's like forever filled. And I believe this is just a 1 block. But it's not the greatest. It does grow, though. As you can see, it is growing. 28. It's growing, it's growing. I think we can put this in a user. So I do have an item user. And then as far as power, let's do an RF tools dimensional cell. By the way, do I not have the dimensional cell hooked up to our main network, or at least a dimensional cell? I thought I did. Yeah, I do have a dimensional cell. And it is fully powered. Okay, I was just making sure. Because when we place it down, that's when we start to have the things. Okay. So we'll set that to click onto here. And then we'll set this back here out. And then we put this in. Requires redstone, no. And then tick delay. Is it doing anything? Tick delay 1. No, actually, I should be able to do it this way, right? I just place it like so. Will this not face down? I'm pretty sure this will face down. Ah, okay. All right, I get what I gotta do. There we go. That works. Now we can place it down. Oh yeah, it's too high. You know what? Guys, forgive me. Forgive me for being an absolute dork. I forgot to have this set to always on. The watering cans do work in here. You just, oh my gosh. Now there are other methods. So starting off, I'm going to go with 12 of these, the Inferium growth accelerators, and we're going to place it directly underneath this crop spot. Let's go ahead and plop down here. And so that is right here. So we need to go down 12 from that spot. It may seem a little weird to do this, but that's how these crops work. And I don't know. The reasoning why I guess you could say it's done this way is so that you can have farms stacked. As you can see, this grew a bit quicker now. You can have it stacked. Now, I put 12 there because on this particular tier, it only can go down 12. Then we need to move to the Prudentium growth accelerator, which has a range of 24 blocks. And then so on and so forth. You move to the next tier, which takes you to 36 blocks. And then the next one takes you to 40 blocks. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. The more and more you upgrade, you can't like have a giant stack of Inferium growth accelerators. You have to go up from there. But as you can see, I mean, it is relatively quick at its current state. The more of those you have, the faster it's going to go. And now that we have this, it is definitely a bit faster with the watering can. Now, one thing is becoming a bit painful to do, and that's craft up all of this essence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to get up to the top tier, which is going to be Supremium Essence, and then I'm going to use the Supremium to craft basically a Master Infusion Crystal. And all it requires is Supremium Essence on a gemstone, and you have an unlimited Infusion Crystal. We're probably going to have to make one more Infusion Crystal, however, to get to that point. So if I craft all of this down, you can see there's 19 uses left. Pretty dull once it gets to that point. But we can go ahead and make another one. I'm going to have to uncraft some of this. Uncrafting is going to be kind of important here later when we talk about how we're probably going to set up autocraft for crafting with essence. All right, let's go ahead, make another infusion crystal. And then we're just going to take these all the way up. So hopefully we have enough. I think we did. We had like 3,000. So there's Imperium. Right there. There's all the Imperium, and this is going to be turned into Supremium. Let's see. We'll turn this. Probably best that we just put like one down, and there we go. 13. So that is plenty. Let's make it Prosperity, and then bam, we'll make the Supremium gem. And just like that, we have a Master Infusion Crystal. So much easier. And then we can also uncraft this back down now that we've made that, so that way we have a little bit of everything to be able to craft things with. Perfect. So I even decided to upgrade to the reinforced watering can. I mean, it works. So just by manually farming this, I was able to get enough essence here, I think, to upgrade to the next tier watering can and get away from the Pickle Tweaks watering can. I think that might be the issue, is the fact that it's a Pickle Tweaks watering can, right? So this one's Mystical Agriculture, but this one's Pickle Tweaks. Which one's what? Oh my gosh, so confusing. Okay, well, anyways, I need to make this stuff. Oh, apparently we could make it. Oh, I'm such a dork. I can actually craft this stuff. Wait, what? I sat there and farmed it, and you can... Wait, oh no, this is different stuff. This gives you more of it. Oh, wow. You would think that I would be smarter than that, and I would have known that. But you would also be wrong. Oh, goodness. Let's craft like 16 of these for right now, because we're going to have to go through and make this watering can, hopefully all the way up to Supremium. Hopefully I'm rich enough as far as essence goes to be able to produce that, though. So if you're sitting in front of the crafting table for a bit, yeah, well, I don't have enough Supremium, but we should be able to now work our way here at least. So, watering can again. I'm making another. I probably could have just used the one I had in my inventory. But there we go. We have an Inferium watering can. I can move up. There we go. We got Terrarium watering can. And I'm gonna have to make more of this. And there we go. Imperium. At least we can get to Imperium, right? And that's a 9x9, so that fills up our entire crop. Like if we had more crops, that would make more sense. Needs water. Just like everything else, it just needs water. Hopefully I can reuse it, like craft with it after it's got water in it. So far, I think this is going to work as far as a automated method of course of farming this. I kind of was testing a few things, but I have the user facing down on this block, and it's basically clicking the farmland. And it is clicking with the Imperium water can at the moment, which is a 9x9, which fits this entire area. And I have it powered with some dimensional cells. It seems to be working so far. And then I'm using just an advanced item collector right here. I could have stacked it up, but I think it looks a little bit better in the front. But if you want that extra spot for crops, of course you can do that. I just think this kind of fits. So I've made sure it fits this whole area. That way when this harvests it, it'll get picked up. So far, it seems to be working really good. Now, I'm going to make some Inferium seeds. There's going to be several seeds, actually, that I should be making at the moment. And I'm going to get them all put together. Definitely Inferium. I think you can actually craft that directly in here. I don't know why I do @ and then search. It's a habit of just typing with one hand, I think. So if I make a bunch of Inferium seeds, just tier 1, we should be good. And I can actually put Supremium Essence, I believe, onto the crop or any type of essence. For example, if I want like, I can put Prudentium or whatever, or Imperium, I can put that on the farmland and it will give me more essence per seed, because that's the new way that the seeds work. As far as your base seeds, you used to have like tiered seeds, but you don't have tiered seeds anymore. So if I make, I don't know, 16 of these, even if we use Inferium, I don't really want to use Inferium. I'm going to break down Imperium for right now, because I'm going to use Imperium at the moment. And let's see, 16 spots, right? We can click the 16 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I place the seeds on these. And we should get more drops, like more Inferium than normal out of this. And then this will eventually farm that. This is actually reaching out, as you can see in this 9x9 area, and we'll farm it. So doing everything I wanted to do. Yeah, it seems to be doing a pretty good job of it. But keep an eye on our Inferium essence. It should go up every so often. And so long as we let this run. Now I'm about to start setting up autocrafts, however, for the dye seeds. And I will end up making more dye seeds once I get the autocraft set up. But I have it planned. I've already made enough to cover this whole area. Already made 8 more crafters. Crafters are about to start being piled up here. Because this is what it's going to take, because there's only 9 slots per crafter. So I just want to show the sheer amount of auto crafting stuff that I had to pattern up. Started here, goes here, goes here. Yeah, these are all the extra types of dye. Apparently I have 2 of the exact same pair dye. Apparently I did 2 turquoise dyes as well. Okay. And yeah, they just keep going. Just keep going. So let's see. Put that in there. I've already done the turquoise. Oh boy. Do I already have this dye? Don't think I have this dye. But I already have this one in these. Wow, just go looking back now, I'm like, how I messed those up. But yeah, I just basically ended up double crafting them. That's fine. All right, so to clear patterns, by the way, you can put them in your inventory and shift right click with them. That's a nice tip that I can give you. That'll clear up the patterns for reuse later on. And this pattern is the main one that I want to make. And it is this one right here. So long as I have this power or this pattern set up, it makes it a lot easier for me to go ahead and craft more dye seeds. I'm going to say, 6 dye seeds is probably going to be a good amount to have. So 5 of them. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 5 more should be fine. Not 5 more, 20 more. 20 of these. And it only requires a little bit of dye to make that. Look at that, it just uses the dye essence. I have all the base stuff being crafted with dye essence. So even white dye, it's not being crafted with bone meal. Black dye is not being crafting with squid ink or anything like that. Everything is actually coming directly from the dye essence, which is fantastic. And there we go. All of that is ready. And just like I said, hoppers can be used if you really want to for crafting what I'm about to do. This uses tier 2 essence. So you can see just in a short period of time, our essence has really started to build up. That's kind of crazy. Let's see. Mystical agriculture, and then we'll drop this in. And that should be enough to last us, other than the prosperity seeds. I think that'll be good. So 5 more of these. And then we can actually start working on like other stuff, right? For right now, this works. But we're going to want more mystical agriculture seeds for sure. And we're definitely going to want to work our way towards the premium essence to get that beautiful creative flight. That is something that we're definitely going to want to go after. But believe it or not, I believe we have to fight the dragon first, because I think that creative flight module requires an elytra. So that's definitely something we'll have to keep an eye on. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and craft some more of these. And this is going to allow us to have a lot more creative freedom as far as dyes go. So last but not least, as far as seeds go, I think I have some of the definite essentials. These are going to be ones that you're definitely going to want to definitely get your hands on. I think I said definitely way too much there. But anyways, so some dirt seeds, wood seeds, earth seeds, fire seeds, water seeds, stone seeds, nature seeds, nether seeds, and whether or not you want coal seeds, they're there. We do generate a lot of coal. As you can see, we have 20k coal. You know, not honestly, I don't even know if I want that in my inventory. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these placed down. Like I said, these are just going to generate over time. And the good part about this is if we need more of the seed, it generates more seeds, like from it being harvested here. So we'll end up with more seeds as we go. I think, though, it has to be planted on this actual farmland. Like it has to be inferium or some kind of farmland in order for it to produce extra seeds, I think. So inferium, actually, we can probably just upgrade at this point. This whole farm could be set to like Prudentium or something crazy like that. Imperium. It could be all blue. I mean, we're generating it at an incredible rate now. It's insane. This is generating, it's doing fantastic. I can't complain. Look at this. I mean, that's a lot. That's going to get us to Supremium super quick. Well, I hope you learned a little bit of something about Mystical Agriculture. Next episode, we're really going to be diving into the automation part. I'm going to be getting Essence automated because this right here is going to be kicking off. I'm also going to get an entire field set up specifically for Essence generation. That is going to make things quite insane. But anyways, I do want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that's going to be a huge thanks to Rick Moranis. Yeah, Rick Moranis. Thank you so much for your amazing support. And of course, guys, if you are interested in becoming a Patreon yourself, you can find that beautiful link down in the description below. Along with that link, you also find links to my Discord and to my Twitch. And if you're interested and Twitter's your thing, I also do post over on Twitter, and I'd love for a follow there as well. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you did, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and also click that subscribe button if you haven't already. So close. We're so close to that 500k subscriber mark. What an insane achievement. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.